Hey guys, welcome to Beer Buds. This is the first episode right here in Chattanooga at my house, at the Grizzle House. Got introductions to do here. We got our boy Ryan. Ryan Raw, in the Raw. This is Chris. Just the one introduction to give. This guy likes seldom beers.
I like sheep too.
He likes sheep. So we're gonna make it a big deal when he loves a beer that we try today. I'm Blake. I kind of put this thing together. It's just kind of give the outro into the world as far as like beer and what we have to offer here in Chattanooga. So got our boy Zach here.
Yeah, it's just Zach.
It's just Zach.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we got my buddy here, Jerome.
Hey, I'm just here. I just came. Just drink the beer, man.
I'm glad you didn't. Glad you finished that.
I just
there.
came.
Yeah.
I came also, dude.
Oh yeah.
So let's go ahead and get started on some beers here, guys. You got one we wanted to start with.
Yeah, let's go with the Kolsch.
And this is the Chattahooligan from Chattanooga Brewing Company. It is a Kolsch, a little bit lighter. Most Kolsch's for me. I still kind of put around sort of that light beer kind of feel. Also with a little bit more of like a wheat flavor to it. All right, so ready to go, guys?
Let's do it.
Once again, I'm definitely getting more of a light beer flavor off that.
Yeah.
Better than anything with the word light on it. But guys, any opinions on that one?
Very inoffensive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really any notes to it. It's just
no at all.
like super easy drinking.
Yeah, very accessible.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing.
It's a great thing for our girlfriends.
Yeah.
Good, great thing for me. Then.
Sure is.
What do you think, Chris?
I mean, it's not something that I wouldn't drink, but
Still not a go-to?
still not the go-to. Yeah.
Okay, I once again, anything like this, I go towards like I just mowed the grass.
Yeah.
This is a good beer to like.
Yeah, I think
go
this
for.
is
Anything
one of
that's
those-
light. My wife makes fun of me all the time because I say that of almost every beer after I mow the grass. But this is pretty good for me. I'm a big fan of it. Could I drink a 6-pack of this very easily?
Yeah.
Would I still be standing up? For sure.
Yeah.
So on this one, you're looking at 4.2. Very low beer. So if you're just looking for like going out, meet some friends, like as far as like a party in house or something like that, you want to bring a 6-pack. Probably, I don't tell you to do it, but if you want to drive home after that, you'd probably be fine depending on your.
Don't drink and drive, folks.
But if you do drink this,
It's gonna get sick.
If you do drink this,
Drink this.
I'm pretty sure cops know the
You're
scent. I'm pretty sure cops know the scent of Bud Light. So yeah, probably not a good.
How many beers you had tonight, son?
Well, they were
7, but
7 of these. Oh, you're good.
I would say if we're doing the 1 to 5, I'd give this a good middle.
so
Um,
what is like
I
a
say-
process?
I give
like,
it 3 camels.
3 camels.
Yeah.
I'd give it 3 camels and 1 sheep.
Okay, it's like a
That
stable boy.
No, that
Uh,
makes sense.
Sheep doesn't count. I mean, who cares about sheep?
Okay, I'm right there with Jerome. I'm definitely with like a 3 on that one for sure.
Yeah. I might as well say 3 also.
I mean, I'm leaning more towards 2 camels. It's just so
Bland.
it's fine, but it's not even like average in terms of what I would want.
Okay, cool beans, man. I'm pretty spent on that one. I'm ready to go to the next one. So Jerome brought a very awesome Pilsner that I'm really excited to try. I haven't had a lot of Untitled. I actually have another one of their beers here.
Never had this
But
myself.
Untitled, they're really known. Believe it or not, I would say that they're a little pricey on the end as far as 4-packs go. I will say that this, even being a Pilsner and a lot lighter on the ABV, they're called Untitled Art. If you can't tell the can, they very, very, from what I've heard, and I could be completely off-centered about this, but most of the art that you see on their cans is done by whoever sends the art in. So, but really cool can. All their cans are very unique. I've had a marshmallow. Aside from that one, I've had a marshmallow lactose IPA from them, and it was outstanding. So once again, just 1 can. This is about $5. And another thing we probably should mention too, as far as price points and stuff like that on beers, because if I was to see this, not hating Jerome, I
No.
would have not paid for that.
Yeah. No doubt.
It's I've paid for.
He's hating.
I'm not hating because this is probably going to be almost along the same lines as that beer we just tried. Definitely has the same smell.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the same smell in that one. And once again, he took about all of it. So
Both come from Germany, so that area.
Agreed. What can I say?
I'm not a fan already.
I'm not.
But I killed that whole beer probably, yeah. I mean, I would probably kill just that, and that would be it. But
Forever. For the rest of your life?
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. It's a little bit more hoppy.
Tastes hoppy.
Yeah.
Has more hoppy.
it's
to it
South
than
African
everything else.
hops.
It's a very like there's a little bit on the front, but it goes away super quick.
Yeah.
So it's
There's,
basically
like,
like,
no
have y'all ever
aftertaste.
seen the movie Blood Diamond?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
It's South
Alright.
African.
Well, let me have some more. I
Oh,
don't like
dude,
it.
while we're drinking this one, let's kind of cut
I
off
like
the
it.
beer subject.
Yo.
Have y'all watched the documentary yet that he just released?
No.
I haven't watched it yet, so I'm really excited. But it's
Wait, really?
actually no, Leonardo DiCaprio just released a documentary about climate change. So there's another topic to talk about. But he.
But if it was warmer, he wouldn't have had to climb into that bear.
Was Al
so
Gore in
it
it?
would-
oh god.
No,
All right, so Chris, what do you think about the beer?
I don't like it.
Okay.
You guys are right though. The hoppy flavor doesn't like stick around too long, which I'm not a big fan of IPAs or anything. So I don't like the hops to overstay their welcome. So
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
I will say for most Pilsners, and a lot of people don't really understand it, that Budweiser was actually a Pilsner. That drinking this, obviously you're going to love it more than Budweiser. But I'm not, that's straight up a 2 on my book already.
Yeah.
It's like a good hooker. It doesn't really taste like anything, and
Chinese
it
hookers?
leaves before it
Are
overstays the
you
level.
implying that there are bad hookers?
Yeah,
Oh.
From Germany, Africa, or from Wisconsin?
I was speaking about from Chris's family, but you know.
Oh yeah, they're all bad in mine. Yeah. All my family hookers suck.
I'd give
And
this
not
a 3.
good.
You like it better than the last one?
All right, how many camels?
About
We
3
just did
Camels,
this.
just like the last
Are
one.
we still sticking with the camels?
Camels it is, man.
Two
Two
camels.
camels.
Jerome,
Okay,
how many
well, I would
camels?
say a camel because it already has 2 humps.
I give it
Yeah,
5
this is a
bags
2.
of popcorn.
Yeah.
It's not.
You
Two
say 5
camels.
bags of popcorn?
No one's gonna get that.
Nope.
We're just
Well,
gonna
maybe
be
one viewer.
Oh,
Comment-
1 to 5
comment
or
if you
whatever
honestly
objects you want to
understand what the hell
use.
he's talking about.
Apparently,
I'm still going with the camels.
I'm sticking with
I'm giving it
camels.
2 camels.
I say, yeah, 2 camels.
I'm gonna give this one 3 camels. I like it a little bit better than the last one just because it's got that hoppiness.
Yeah.
But
Chris is just
both kind of around that
tolerating
2.5.
everything.
Basically, yeah.
It's alright. I think it's alright.
We'll go ahead and do that.
How
one,
does
but
none
I-
of y'all have a bottle opener?
What does it
It
matter?
does none of
Look,
y'all.
look. Once again, no.
Because
don't
we
need
open
that.
them
We
like
don't
real
need
men with lighters.
Look, he's
or
Yeah.
with our
that.
teeth.
With our eye or eye socket.
Are you the fucking
God,
guy?
we got this. We got it. You couldn't have done it. It doesn't twist.
That's not twist off.
Hey, but guys, there's my wife.
She could have done it.
Adam shot completely.
Good, because we don't want you in
But
it.
she's cute.
Listen, if Kara's
Hey,
gonna be in it,
that's-
it needs to show
Oh,
her.
you can do that. Look, I'll do it. It's all, it's okay.
We're
someone's
not
feelings.
going to monetize this. if
Hey,
you-
Oh, I already don't like it.
That's why
Here
I
we
got
go.
it. I got beers that
So-
are not.
Alright.
Yeah.
You got beers
All right.
that you like hate.
Well, no, I didn't want to get like. I got
Oh, that
beers
looks
I
like
thought
that.
he wouldn't try, and since he's tried the other ones, oh yeah, just drink the whole thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
I can look
I'm not gonna like it.
No, but it's super hazy to be a freaking Berliner Weiss. So
It's an actual like one from Germany, so I actually tried it because there's all the Berliner Weiss
So,
that you get over here always has like that fruit in it.
So basically, Wisconsin.
Oh, purist.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Well,
All right,
it's
so on
beer.
the beer,
I think this is like just how do you say it? Like the future vision of how this show is gonna go. We're seriously all dudes sitting here.
It's gonna be
talking
all
about this, but
dicks.
that's okay.
Yeah.
It's sour.
It is.
I mean,
That
I
is-
think it's
Well,
very
look at the beer.
little sour and tartness for a Berliner Weiss because like
Not
the
bad,
normal
guys.
ones.
You dig it?
I actually like it. I'm a
I feel like we
sour.
should have brought that lavender beer just to give a
Hey,
shout out.
Mikey.
to Ice Cream. No.
I'm a sour kind of
Oh,
guy.
Jordy. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh, we're getting a surprise, another local here.
surprise beer.
One of us
sorry,
actually
man.
went to
Well,
the
we'll
limited
probably-
release.
We've already kind of pre-tried that one, but we'll pass it
Yeah.
around and get everybody to
Take it.
give their thoughts on it. But yeah. Anyways, what are we thinking of this one, guys?
I think it's good, inoffensive. Like I usually like a more tart Berliner Weiss. So like
More
for me,
tart
this
than
one
that.
is just like
You were
like to me this one is barely on the tartness scale, and so when we get a real good tart one, you want
Well, you
to
also love dog
I'll
dick.
buy you
so-
a bag
Yeah.
of Warheads.
Woo!
Shit.
You drop warheads in it.
Yeah.
That-
All right.
That's a good description of that beer because I was searching for candy in my head.
Yeah, Warheads.
And that is like the lemon one, and you fucking hate it.
See, this is like a Jolly Rancher to me, like
No.
a sour apple Jolly
No.
Rancher. Like
Jolly Rancher.
That's what Smirnoff Ice tastes like.
Yes.
Jolly Ranchers. Dog dicks. What? Do you have any culture?
I'm sorry, I'll appreciate beer that have real
Oh, man.
flavors.
No, it's good. Once again, that is a very tasty beer, and it's so good. But like for me personally, and please people, like if you have a suggestion of a sour that I would like that is just somewhat, it's gonna sound weird, but not as tart. Like for me, I like Sour Monkey by Victory.
I
Was
like
literally
sour.
one of my
That one's-
favorites. Like one of my favorite sours. Blushing Monk from
Love sour.
Founders, amazing.
That's good.
But like I can't get like those for me were very subtle.
What
in
about
their
like
sourness.
Rodenbach?
I thought you
Oh
were gonna say
god, those
Red
are so
Rocket.
like they're whiskey cask.
Like
barrel.
they're so
And
good.
they're so like it's like one of those things that like Rodenbach's good, but it's only like it's like a one and done. Like it is a dessert beer, plain and simple. It is a dessert beer. There's no more than one of those. I can't. Me personally, I can't do it. Like, have you ever had a Rodenbach?
I haven't had a Rodenbach.
I've thought about
Stupid
bringing one,
expensive,
but
stupid
They're not.
expensive.
They're
It's
cheaper than some of the other ones I got.
Yeah, you bought like literally everything that would have been like probably poured for the queen. Like I don't know.
The Queen beers.
Oh, St. Bernard's at 12. At 12 is amazing.
$7
that
a
is
bottle.
amazing beer. If you think
So-
this tasted like banana but less sour, that has that banana straightforward. It's so good.
Yeah, because it's.
So he brought out the lavender. We can pour the lavender if you want to go ahead and pour that one. What did we think about this one, guys? What are we looking at?
I'm gonna go again with 3 Camels. I think it was better than the last one, but still sticking
I'm
with
still
3 Camels.
sticking with 2 on this. It's not. It's,
Way to
it's-
skip
It-
Chris. He's
well, I mean,
the
it's
next
still
guy.
open for him.
Yeah, that's cool.
This will make it really easy for the graphic department at the end.
Yeah, aka me.
Exactly.
Uh,
try again.
I liked it actually, but what do I know? I don't really like beer, so
Started the guy that's sipping
But,
seltzer the whole time.
hey.
So, you know.
that's true. I liked it. I say 3.5 Camels.
Oh shit, we can go half Camels.
Of course
Oh.
you can go half Camels.
3.5.
3 Camels
So
and
it's
1
3
hump.
camels and 1
Three
hump.
camels
yeah.
and 1
we
hump.
got it.
Yeah, this is perfect. Camels can do, you
See?
can do a hump. You can do a hump. It's fine.
You can do a hump.
I haven't.
No.
If
No one cares.
I would yes.
That's good. Go ahead.
I would say it's kind of like an accessible one for a sour, but if you like sours, I'd probably give it a 3. I don't, so I give it 1 that you chop in half with a sword.
So it's a
One
half.
hump. One hump.
It's a one
One
hump.
half of a camel.
So let's see. Do we want to go
How many
with the?
Camels
Oh,
did Drum say?
There'll be 2 camels for this.
he's just ready to have another beer, man. He's just like.
Damn.
So
fucking
we can mix it up if you want to. We can stay with the same palette.
Odd Story's gonna be
Odd
spilling
Story's-
that.
After that, we're gonna be going into a
Salty.
darker feel. So, yeah,
Let's
let's
first
go ahead and Odd Story it. Go ahead and explain this one.
Alright, so limited release
It's
Odd
a bit
Story.
of an odd story.
So I actually went and stood in line and got it. Now fuck that
Was there a
place.
lot of people there?
There's like a bunch of people there. There's one person actually serving. Fuck out of here. One person actually
Got
serving.
him.
And then you got like this huge line, and they got food that's coming out barely any. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those places that's intentionally slow to give it that like hipster ambiance.
Oh, probably.
Okay, well, I'm gonna beg to differ. We've been there before, me and Ryan and my
Once.
wife, Steven.
Your wife, Steven? What about Kara?
And Kara.
His other wife.
Yeah. But anyways, we went there and they had a can release for their margarita goza, which personally I wasn't the biggest fan of. He loves goza. I don't even think you were the biggest fan of
Nah, it was
it.
boring.
But love the place. They literally had probably some of my favorites there. I will say the trails that they just released. It was like a session IPA that they just released. The Summer Trails. I can't put my actual finger down on the name of it, but amazing beer. And then I think the last one they put out was either called Red Wolf or Red Velvet or something like that. But it was Red Wolf.
The red IPA.
Yeah,
Red
it
Irish,
was
yeah.
so good. What do you think?
So all I get from the smell is like salt. That's all I smell is the salt from it. And then I
Yeah, it
taste
smells like soy sauce.
I get that big
And
time.
then like you taste it and it tastes like citrus and salt. Like that's it.
Shattered
Well, what is-
Citrus and salt is all I get.
I feel like I'm detecting a.
You know what it smells like to me?
What's
I know you're even like, what the hell?
Dog dick.
Dog shampoo. That's what the fuck
Oh,
it smells like.
Shit, it
I'm
does.
detecting a hint of
Oh my
tuna,
God.
canned
That's
tuna
just
brine.
Kara.
dog shampoo.
Okay,
We're gonna call
right.
Karen for this one just so
And
she
I'm
gets
just saying.
Kara's the
I'm not knocking.
southeastern
Well, no.
expert on animal
What's best about this is
Tri-City.
she just gave our dog a bath.
Specialize in duck
She just gave our dog a bath, and I want you to smell this and tell me what you think it smells like. Because Jerome just made a great depiction
Oh
of
my
this.
Jesus.
It smells like dog shampoo.
It does smell like
No,
dog
that
cum.
smells like something that came out of the dog's ass.
Oh,
Okay.
so Chris said dog shit.
Maybe the shampoo.
I said dog
Sorry,
cum.
Oh,
It's
dog,
sour.
dog jizz. Okay.
Alright.
All right, thanks, babe. I haven't
By the
even tried
way,
it.
Blake was the one who wanted this. You can only get it in 4-packs, so fuck him.
Nice. Good job.
I'm not
With a
completely
Ducky
mad
Beans.
at it. Like me personally, literally one of my favorites. I used to work at T-Bonna in the mall, and lavender was like my
Fucking-
favorite go-to addition.
This
to tea.
is the salad dressing at Ichiban.
There you go.
So this is
I
the
mean-
ginger.
This is the ginger
There you
dressing.
have it.
This is more disappointing than I am to my family.
Oh
You
shit.
can tell by the haircut.
I'm not saying it smells like canned tuna, but when I first smelled it, my brain thought canned tuna.
Yeah.
It just smells tangy.
You know what's funny is that like I was talking to my neighbor, and once again I was telling Jerome that he,
There's no
you know, he
real
brews and stuff like
flavor.
that. So he's also a master brewer. So he does like a lot of he'll go to like competitions and judge. So to become a judge is a big deal when you're going to like these brew tastings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he told me he's like you smell stuff, but then you have to listen to everybody else, and not until you hear somebody else actually mention something are you like, whoa, dude, for real.
Right.
And like so that's like a big deal. So I definitely caught the dog shampoo on that one, but
Yes.
I get heavy taste of lavender, which is the only reason I would give this a 3. I love lavender. I love lemonade. I don't get the lemony from this though. I mean, maybe that comes with the tart and the sourness.
I guess that's what they're trying to get out of tartness.
It's just it
It
lacks so
ain't-
much you would expect from like a decent lemonade, and then they just like throw flour in there and they're like, it's fine.
This is Ichiban salad dressing, 1 camel.
Ooh,
1 camel.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I like it.
Can I give it less than a camel? I don't know.
One
Give it a dead camel.
I feel like there's someone out there who will like this.
Unborn camel.
I really.
Camel fetus.
Hey,
Hey,
Getting
we're gonna
political up
avoid
in
that
here,
one.
y'all.
We're
Just
gonna avoid
one-
that
no,
camel.
just
skit.
one-
You
don't know
what
what
it is,
politics.
and
you don't know what's in
There's
there.
our politics.
We have not yet detected a heartbeat in this camel fetus.
we can still get rid of it.
We can abort it. So 0
Even in
camels,
Alabama.
basically. It's not a
Um,
real camel. Camel lives don't matter.
It's not a person's under the Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, that's. we can,
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
everybody
boring,
at
but I
home.
feel
I'm
like that
sorry.
one's-
I'd just like to apologize for anybody's offended by that.
I'm not apologizing for
No.
it.
I love
It's
you.
camels, guys. Who likes camels that much?
Yeah.
I mean, I think somebody
You don't
will like
cheat
it.
that
It's
much.
not like objectively
Yeah.
terrible.
So
I
real life-
personally don't.
so
So a real
it's-
live camel smells like
So
ass.
it is like a fetus. Somebody could love
Let's go to
it,
the
but
Chattanooga
right
Zoo.
now
Hey,
you just want to get
Chattanooga
rid
Zoo,
of
we
it.
love you, man.
Dude,
Way
that's
to talk
Can
over
you
my.
sponsor
Way to
us?
fucking.
I actually met a dude once that smelled like a camel's hump.
We're not gonna be able to use any of this shit we're talking about. Each other.
Next to
We
me.
can use it all. We got like.
There goes our audience. There goes half our audience.
Why? Because
No,
abortion.
2/3. Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
because
what was
of
that
camels.
movie? It was just like I'm gonna tell you something. It rhymes with smortion. Knocked up. You should do this thing and it rhymes with smortion.
Yeah. Camel abortion is a very serious matter.
So this beer is like a camel fetus because somebody somewhere might like it, but at this point, all we want to do is get rid of it.
Yes.
Okay, next beer.
Now, how many camels, Jerome?
2 camels for me.
Zachary, did you mention? Oh,
He
you
said
unborn.
he said it.
Camel-
Yeah,
camel
he
fetus.
started the camel.
I don't
fetus.
ever want to drink this beer again. Is all I'm saying.
I
Don't do it.
gave mine. It's
Okay.
Ichiban salad dressing.
Yeah. Sure.
I
All
like
right, now to the real beers.
Yeah, let's start with the at 12. Because that way that kind of gets, and then we'll go to
Queen.
the that one down there, and then everything else is dark and beautiful. So yeah, this is an amazing beer. So the coolest thing that y'all can go ahead and pour. I'll pour mine last. But the coolest thing about this is Saint Bernardus. I may be pronouncing that wrong. This is at 12. So Saint Bernardus is actually a monk or a monastery brew company. So like most of anything you see like Trappist beers, like your triple, your double, stuff like that, are actually brought over from wherever these monasteries are. They actually brew it there. They do not consume it. So they sell it practically just to us or to whoever actually, goes into it. Great pour, dude.
It's beautiful. The head. Look at the head. Look at the head on that.
Oh man, there's not really much to.
It's all
to
ahead,
pour. I
dog.
don't know.
Chris poured himself a
Anybody ever play
I poured
Fable
that
2?
actually. So.
$3 pour.
Didn't pour that, so.
I'll take a little bit. I've had this beer before, so it's not a big deal. So cool to know that like actually monks are brewing these beers, and that's actually how they make their profit in their monasteries. One of the things that they actually make their profit off of is the beer that they brew. So it's super cool. So it's very focused. So when you taste this one, I get a lot of banana out of it. So there's a lot. You probably saw the other ones that were the at 10.
Yeah.
There's other ones that are the same.
Oh.
Amazing beer.
Oh.
I'm in love with it.
I like what I taste.
If you really salty, you get banana. I get banana a
Oh
lot.
man, that's good.
I'm getting the banana.
Not a fan.
I wasn't down
Here,
here.
I'll take the rest of it.
Oh, why don't you share that there? That's what you spilled.
Hey, I'm not the one who fucking poured it.
I figured you may like that one. So how are we all feeling about this?
Love it.
4 Camels.
This is a definitely good sipping beer for me. I could go 4 Camels on this every day.
2 Camels.
It's too much beer for Chris.
I don't
It's a
like
big beer. It's a big beer. It's a big beer, man. I mean, for 10%, like, and you can, like, if you, like, so you get the banana, and then you can almost, like, on the back end, almost feel like that very boozy.
Yeah.
Like if they would have brewed this just a little bit longer and let it, like, secondary for, like, a good 2, 3, 4 months, it probably would have jacked up that ABV to, like, 12% at least, and it would have been more boozy than this. But the color gives it all. I love that. Love. Good job.
Yeah. I'm really getting the banana in there, and it's nice
That's what she
and
said.
rich. But you know what? It is what she said because it's delicious and it's gonna
Nutritious.
outstay its welcome yet again. It's just
Just in and out.
I give it 4 Camels and 1 with no humps, but it dreamed of a better world where it could drink all the water it ever want
And one day
and
have.
be a full camel.
You know what humps are
Our
called.
graphics department is gonna have so
But
much
it's
fun
not
with
a
this.
full camel.
Let's do this
This
shit.
beautiful thing right here. He's got the bottle opener.
It's beautiful. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
So I have had this.
Make
once.
sure it's
It
not
is
fucking shaken
actually,
up
The
after.
full bottle is actually called Delirium Nocturna. I've had this beer once before. Actually, one of my wife's older friends, Maggie, had actually.
Here we go.
Fucker.
Why do you suck
Every
at this?
time.
Obviously, they were shaken
And
up.
then
at
also
some
taking all the
point.
beer.
Ryan, I love you, buddy,
Um,
but you're a waste.
Yeah, because opening up the top is what fucking shakes it
Can we
up.
have someone else over here?
Yeah,
You just been set up to fail.
I know, right?
Look at that nice.
it's a Belgian ale, is what it's saying. And it's actually from Mel Ghent, Belgium. So this is actually it's 8.5. Not as big as I expected. Really cool bottle in general. And I think they've actually went over it with some sort of paint. But yeah, and we'll flash a shot of this too when we're on there. But has anybody tried it yet?
No, but it smells amazing. I love that. This is beautiful.
Once again, I'm getting a lot of banana from the smell.
Yeah, yes.
Really bready.
Mm.
I love it. I love it. I do.
Delicious.
That is an
I don't
amazing
know.
beer.
To me, it's not as good as the last one.
Very comparable though.
It's like a watered down version.
With
of
it
the
being a
last
Belgian beer and still getting that like Trappist flavor, that like tripler, that like it's still all
one. I
like
bet it's from Wisconsin.
it's
It
from
is.
Belgium.
Wisconsin.
Belgium, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Right next to Brussels.
Once again, very expensive for per bottle. I think you said that was what, $7.
No,
The Ab 12 was 7. How much was that one?
I don't know, like $5, $4.
Still.
It's going down.
One of those beers that I feel like I'm paying for the packaging.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the concept of Belgian beers and everything like that, brewing process is probably part of the cost. Being at 8.5, still probably the same thing. I'm gonna go with a 4 on that one. I love it. Love.
2 Camels.
3 Camels.
4.
5
I think it's delicious.
3 Camels, 1 hump.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna give it a severed hump on top of the 4 just for the delicious smell. It smells a little bit better in my opinion than the last.
Cool. So right now we're going into our bigger beers, more of our darker stuff that we got going on. I think is it the Chestnut Brown?
Yeah.
By Chattanooga Brewing again, amazing beer. Hands down, Chattanooga Brewing and Odd Story are probably right up there with Mountain favorites. Most of these beers have cooled down a little bit or warmed up better yet. So the flavors are going to be a little bit heavier since it's actually warmed up a bit. Whoever.
I'm taking it. Oh yeah, it is. It has sure warmed up.
That's why I'm risking my Yeah. Anybody watch any good movies? TV shows? Anything you're into right now?
I just watched No Country for Old Men for the first time recently.
Oh, nice.
Oh, just now.
Yeah.
Is that not like one of
It-
the
it
best
was-
movies ever made?
it was my gym for a rainy day, and it is not movie viewing for beginners.
It is
Like,
not. Oh man.
Because
Not for the faint of heart.
it will challenge you and your soul. And you,
Isn't that a Coen Brothers movie?
Yes.
It is a Coen Brothers movie.
And you know, if you pay attention, they made the movie with no music. There's no music in that whole movie.
I'm gonna watch it again just because you said that. Because I
There's
had
no
no.
music.
Man.
They wanted the suspense to come from the actual scenes.
You want to talk
instead of
about
music.
suspense?
So this is one of. Go ahead.
Okay, the
Go.
scene when he goes into the, I guess it was the gas station.
Yes.
Tavern of the shop.
Oh
And
man.
he's like, flip the coin.
Oh,
Woo, baby.
it was like Two-Face, but better.
Called it.
Yeah.
I can't
It's like-
I don't know what the stakes are.
Before I even drank this, like I gotta say, like that movie for me, that like aside from Dark Knight, and I'll circle back to this, that was my favorite villain.
Oh,
Like,
Anton?
Anton, really.
Anton.
Dude, Heath Ledger was
Schroeder.
my favorite. I'll put Heath Ledger and Frieza. Like,
That's an interesting spectrum.
but I'm just gonna say, like, I'm
Where's
one of those
Anton?
guys that absolutely loves villains in movies. Like, I actually try to like Thanos, and then we'll circle around to that too. But Thanos, for me, I loved him as a villain because he was heartfelt. He had a soul. He just had a mission to do, obviously, but he still cared about the things that he was about to do. Like, he knew that, in fact, that he did not want to destroy all this stuff, but he just already set out to do it. Like, he was like, I'm going to do it. He killed Zoe Saldana.
Spoiler alert.
You've seen it?
I have.
I've seen zero of
Edit
the
that out.
movies.
What? That's Infinity War. You haven't seen Infinity War?
I've seen all of them.
I've seen none
I'm
of the
talking about
Avengers
for
movies.
anybody
No,
watching
that's
this.
what I
No.
Were you planning on watching it because you're
No,
very
That's the
late
thing.
to the party?
So that's what I'm saying. If you're saying it's spoiled, then you don't
The last
Spoiler
super.
alert for us, for anyone watching, me.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
sorry, you're too fucking rude.
I mean, Infinity War is like, what are we talking about?
But no, love
3 years.
Anton. Like, literally one of the best movies ever.
I feel like you know, like shitting on the editor is like, you know, is like shitting on your barber or the guy who serves your food.
Yeah,
Just
just remember that, guys.
just remember that.
When this video
Food
comes
rich.
out.
But no, what was the movie I watched recently? It was really, really good. John Wick 3.
Oh man, I haven't seen that yet. Oh.
Go
I was-
Fire Stick. It's not hacked, but I watched
My
it.
Little Pony, Pinkie Pie's Revenge.
I feel like you're saying this just for the camera's sake.
It's going
No,
down.
I don't
Okay.
like that.
Really?
I don't know if that's even real.
What was the title of the movie?
Pinkie Pie's Revenge?
I have to say,
Guys, Revenge.
Speaking of bold, I don't like this.
You do?
I don't.
So we found one that you gave 3, right?
A nice roasty.
Which was an act.
With the Tart or Vice?
It was the tart one, yeah.
Oh, so it was that guy.
Yeah.
No, it was this.
It was the Berliner Vice.
It was the one we did right.
That. Yep. Yes, the one.
It was the one we did right before this one.
That one in Drum Sand.
Yeah, I don't like this one at all. This is half a can.
You have my condolences. I give this 4 camels. Just 4, just regular 4. It's pretty good. I like it. Thank you, Chad.
I'm still like it's great. I'll give it a 3, but brown ales and like that style of stuff, it needs to be boozy for me.
I understand. And
It also needs
sympathize.
it to be bougie.
I'm okay with it. You know,
Bad
I
bougie.
don't need to destroy my.
3
I
camels,
don't
1 hump.
Ooh.
know.
One day we'll explain the camels.
I'll give
Not
this.
ready for
3
it.
camels,
Deal with it.
1 hump.
I'll give this 4 camels, but only with 10 legs to split between them.
Oh, what?
Thank you, Chattanooga Brewing Company.
They did just release about like a month ago. They actually collaborated with Chattanooga Whiskey, and they released I think it was 3 or 4 bourbon barrel aged beers with Chattanooga Whiskey. Didn't love the price. It was like $25 a bottle.
Damn.
But they were very limited. I think in each bottle there was only 100 of each. So like when I went to Imbibe, shout out. When I went to Imbibe over off Broad Street to get the beers that I brought here today, they had one and it just didn't seem really good. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, anyways, Chattanooga Brewing, amazing stuff. Verena, man. Amazing beer.
I'm excited.
Amazing. I can drink this any time of the day.
My
I've actually, like, for some reason, this is going to make me seem weird, but reading a book and drinking a bourbon barrel beer, for me, is like my go-to. You can ask my wife.
Nerd.
I'll sit over there and read a book like nonstop and drink beer. So
You
this
know
is
what? I feel that.
Thanks.
It smells like a old library feels.
It tastes like a book.
I'm
Smells
getting.
like an old library feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like that, like richness and
Tastes like a book.
But with a
It tastes
banana
like a
left
liquid book.
in the library
So
for
there
too
is
long.
figs and dates in this one.
Well,
Love it.
certainly smell the figs. Yes.
I just like now I'm just
Liquid
getting the
book.
banana hit from everything. I just feel like I'm
Zero Camels.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
The worst
So?
so far at zero
Yeah.
candles.
This is
Oh my God.
This is if you blended up
Right?
a
That is
library
amazing.
book
Yeah.
from the 1800s and liquefied it.
Cigar City and
And
Oscar
it's,
Blue.
also
that
so-
chocolate.
Thank you.
This is amazing too, and you're not gonna think this is great, but when you look at a bourbon barrel beer that's 12.2, I believe, percent, it's a 4-pack, $15 for a 4-pack. Seems kind of outlandish, but when you're looking for the bougie style of
bougie.
beers and the bougie, that is
Bougie.
pretty bougie. It's bougie. This is great. I love both breweries. Oscar Blues does really good things. Cigar City, their IPAs are usually my all-time favorite IPAs outside of Dogfish Head. So this is, I've picked this up multiple times. I love it.
I give it 5 camels.
I give,
Wow.
dude, if there was 6 to be had,
It is. It tastes like
but
a.
there's not.
It's like a symphony in my
That's
mouth.
the whole thing. We have no rules.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This shit is delicious.
It's really good.
Very
It's got
rich.
a really fruity foretaste, and then it's into that more kind of malty chocolatey.
Oh, you get the whiskey on the back end big time.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
aftertaste is all whiskey.
It's like. Oh man, it's like dessert. You know.
This
In a
is
good
more
way.
or less a dessert beer.
It
For
is.
sure.
It is. It is just rich.
I read, so if you've ever had Founders Backwood Bastard, I think you've had it. If you ever go on the Founders website, and I want to try it with this one too, but they have like dessert ways to like, or obviously a way to make dessert with their beers. So Founders had one that was the Backwards Bastard ice cream float, and I would love to do this one with that. It's 4 simple ingredients. I actually screenshotted the ingredients today to do it, and
just ice cream and beer.
but no, what's crazy is you actually let the beer flatten,
And a glass.
and then you it's just 1 scoop of ice cream, like vanilla extract, all this other stuff that you put in it. But like, dude, I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
I just made the boys.
Once again, I'm going 5 camels on this one.
Zero fucking camels. Liquid library book.
4 camels.
I respect your decision, but I give 5. 5 beautiful, well-groomed camels, pressure washed. But then, you know,
Time out. First wash camels.
but then, like, you
That's
know,
I mean, like the camel cannot enjoy
That
pressure
camel
wash.
is irritated as shit.
it is irritating, but you know what? It's
You know
worth
that
it's
right
worth
now.
the suffering. Because like irritation in a camel, it's got a certain something in it, and then you just rose petals just
5 pissed off
soaked,
camels.
soaked into the fur.
Wet pissed off camels.
You got some camels.
I have so much left.
Picture that scene from American
Fucking
Beauty
ass camels.
with all the rose petals, but it's a camel.
Oh shit.
You just scattered with camel
No,
belongings.
no, the camel is the girl.
Roses
in
rose
the
smell
rose
like boo boo. Remember that? And camels fucking stink too.
Not this one.
This
Pressure
is
wash.
not this one. It's a beautiful smelling
It's
camel.
all
All
those
the
great-
dingleberries are gone.
This is a pressure wash
It's
camel.
a pristine camel. He's had
Like
it.
full
He's
makeover
had it.
camel.
You know, he's all cleaned out.
Ass too.
Ass tube.
He may be a little pissed off, but he
That's two.
feels clean afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling.
Get out.
The puppy is stealing food. Just gonna let you know.
What do you need? Get another drink.
Go for it.
Oh, why did you get another
The
drink?
cat is beautiful. Let's get a shot of the cat, please. Thank you.
This
Are
is
you
Buddy
gonna get that,
Maderas, the
uh,
first.
Well, I'm gonna give this 4.5 camels.
Okay. What would get you to
4
5?
camels. One. You know what, man?
Pressure wash. Any of them?
Any
Get Sandor
if the camels
for
were pressure washed, this would certainly take it over the top. But I liked all of the notes in it. It was really, I thought it was pretty. It kind of a little bit harsh at the end, but that's the only reason I didn't give it 5. But I did like, I like this. I would certainly drink it again.
It's got a lot of alcohol in it.
It does.
I will give it 4 camels with all of their legs.
Ooh, nice.
All of them.
Really, really good. Really dark, really heavy still. Probably not my favorite in terms of the booziness. I like a really kind of crisp beer to go into that like 5 range, but the fruitiness in the front, the kind of more mellow back end, I really like. So overall, a solid 4. My favorite so far.
We're gonna drink another awesome beer, and I'm gonna actually start telling you guys about a game that I started a long time ago with friends of mine. That is very fun, and we're gonna play it, and everybody's gonna be silent because they're gonna be thinking of the name of something, and you guys know where this is going.
I'm gonna
There
call
you go.
shenanigans on this right now because you did not have friends.
Oh, got him.
Oh.
Neither did Pete Wentz.
No, it's
This is actually another untitled art. This is the espresso marshmallow stout. Lactose. Yeah, it just says lactose and natural flavors. That's great. Go untitled. You really went in depth with that. Once again, I said earlier, and I'm going to retract my statement that I said I would never pay that much for a beer. This is $5.29.
He did.
So I did. I did not realize because I bought 4 beers and I didn't realize what each one cost. So once again,
As you mentioned
below
earlier,
that.
he does not
Maybe
like
you
math.
get what you pay for.
That is beautiful. While they're pouring, I'm gonna explain the game so you guys listen. You can have that. Anyways, the game is really funny and it's not the game, so we didn't all just lose.
But now you did.
Now you did. But so just imagine any movie you've ever watched, any person, and I think I've explained this to you guys.
Oh.
But just anybody that's actually celebrity-wise in the movie, their actual names. So just imagine you're making your own trailer for a movie that you've watched before, but you're gonna turn it into a porn movie.
Every time.
So Missionary Impossible with Tom Cruise. I'm telling you, you're gonna go home and you're gonna start thinking of movies that you love, and you're gonna turn it into Forrest Gump with Tom Spanks. So
it's going down.
there you go.
Tom Cranks.
Tom Cranks. There you go. So yeah, so that's fun. Anybody got any movies that you want to put in there?
Well, I was thinking Up, but I don't know any of the actors, but it'll be Up yours. So
No. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about the game though, is that you got to keep it within the actual name. So like Up would be kind of like couldn't really do much with it. Like you could do a lot with
well, yeah,
Jack.
you explained
and
that after
Robin
you said
Williams.
think about a movie.
So what creams may come with Robin Williams, or Snatch Adams with Robin Williams, Jack Nicholson in The Hiding. You could do all that. But I could go all day with Antonio Banderas and Desperate Rod Ho.
We can do posters of these too.
Oh, that'd be great. If you want a shirt of Desperate Rod Ho with Antonio Banderas, which one?
He's going all in. That's good.
That is amazing. One thing I'm getting is an espresso straight out of the bat. That is coffee filled, and I love it. The only thing is I do not drink coffee on the regular because I cannot stand coffee normally.
Yeah, he's talking about how much he loves the
But
coffee.
this is so good. No, here's the thing. I do not like, for some reason, coffee in itself doesn't mix well with all this. I can drink a cup of coffee. I haven't had it in over a year. So whenever I go to whether it be Starbucks or a local coffee place or something, I'm like, man, I'm so excited because I haven't had coffee for so long. I don't know if it's anxiety with the caffeine, but ruins me. I used to be a coffee in the morning, cigarette in the morning guy, and I used to love that. Love it. But now I just can't do it for some reason. But this is amazing. Untitled Art, hats off, amazing. This is a great beer. God, that coffee flavor is so effing strong in that one. And I've had so many coffee stouts, and that one is so there.
This
That
is
so good.
Espresso.
This is pretty dang sweet.
It does have a sweet. It is sweet. But for it to be 12%, I'm so surprised that it has no, and it may have been the process of the brewing, but it has no whiskey or there's no secondary alcohol added to that. So for it to be 12%, it's just an imperial stout. That's insane.
3.5 camels.
Okay.
3 camels and 1 hop.
I have no camels because kidney stone camels with kidney stones.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a good 4. That's 4 in my book. That's an amazing beer. I could have multiple of those for sure.
For me, it's a bit sweet for my taste. It sticks to my tongue a little bit longer than I'd like it to.
That's what she said.
That's what she said about a penis. Sorry, guys. This is a life.
It's like the autobiography of a whore.
We
About
do have to.
penis.
I
We
give
have to
it.
figure out what penis.
Duck.
We
Duck
don't
penis?
need.
Duck penis. All right.
It
For
does,
this,
it does, you gotta just imply what it is, and then somebody just makes it up in their head. But I give it 2.5. I give it
Ooh,
middle of the road.
it's pretty low.
I don't like my beers to be too sweet, you know. That's how I feel.
Jerome.
Go 4 Camels, man. I liked it, man. Like I said, it's a little sweet.
Yeah.
But I could still drink a couple of these
Yeah.
and sit there and have a good night.
I mean, for 12%, man, that's a
Yeah.
good 2 beers.
Yeah,
beers.
it's done. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's three light beers.
And I think that's the big thing about like high gravity or your barrel aged beers. A lot of people don't get like, hey man, you're not gonna drink 6 of these tonight.
No, you're not.
That's not gonna happen. So I know you paid a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it'll even out.
You get what you
And
pay
I
for.
think this is like the complete like realization of what we're doing here is that like a lot of these people that may, I would say a lot of people that are already into beer may watch this, but like we're actually influencing the people that haven't really outreached into the actual idea of other beers and like what it really means is that like I may come to a party with one of these big bottles or something like that and everybody else is drinking Bud Light and you're looking at me weird, but you haven't even thought about trying it.
Right.
You go to a beer store or something like that, or you go to a gas station to pick up Bud Light, they don't have this stuff.
Right.
You have the ability to go to places like to Sigler's or Riverside or Imbibe or Beverage World and Ringgold or like anything like that. Really just kind of shop around. You may be clueless. Ask somebody.
Yeah.
What's good?
You heard what he said. You're ignorant.
And it's not
No,
your new best friend.
it's not your fault. But like in reality of it is that like I was brought up with my dad drinking, like whether it be Miller Lite or Michelob or whatever it may be. And then I had a really good friend of mine that introduced me to like IPAs and like all this stuff. And I thought the same thing. I said, this stuff's disgusting. And then I tried another. And then I tried another. And I didn't like stop myself from, trying things.
From doing things you did not enjoy until you enjoyed it.
Well, yeah. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and cut to a Clown Shoes beer, which is one of my favorites. I picked this up multiple times. First got it at Pruitt's over here on Signal Mountain. Just picked this up at the Imbibe. This is actually a spiced vanilla stout aged in bourbon barrels with cinnamon, ancho, and chipotle peppers. It's at 11%. Once again, Clown Shoes, one of my favorites. Their IPAs are phenomenal. But for this one right here, you're definitely going to get the back end of the peppers, so it's going to be kind of spicy. I would say Ryan would open it, but we've had fun with that.
And you shaking it up.
Watch this actually mess up as I do this.
Wow.
There
Opened it
you
like a
go.
normal person.
That's how
Good job.
life
Oh, wait,
goes
wait,
when you have a lighter. Just to the tip of foam. Just the tip, if you care. So yeah, go ahead and taste that, guys. It is amazing. Very boozy.
Oh wow. Okay. I
Still
can smell
that
it.
kind of figgy.
Already a no.
Chocolatey.
That's a 0 off the donut.
Whoever wants it. Not doing it.
God, yes.
Sorry, Kara. You're getting a divorce. Blake's gonna marry this beer.
And murder you
We went there.
for the insurance money.
She does have a really nice 401k. What are we thinking, guys? We're off the bat.
Don't like it.
Okay. It's alright. Cool.
I like it. But of course I'm down with the snacks.
Bias towards the bourbon barrel stuff.
I have had so much like sweet stout in my mouth that it's like starting to build up.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can't give a fair assessment of this beer.
Yeah.
But I can say I don't detect peppers. Probably because my palate is
I get it. Like,
That-
seriously, like 10 times afterwards.
low-born scum tongue. I can't taste it, but it is pretty good. I give it about 4.
I'm feeling the peppers off that one sip. So
Yeah, I can tell the peppers in there, but it's not like
I'm not saying
Well, if you imagine Chipotle, you imagine 10 times more spice than what that's given. So,
it's better than a lot of the other like pepper beers I've had, where it's just that like aggressive in your throat.
so they had
This
this
is like a
one.
mouth heat.
Yeah.
I think
like-
this is more. I don't even feel it like a mouth heat. I feel it
No.
as it after it's here. I feel like
Yeah.
he feels the heat in his soul.
Yeah.
So for like this one, they have this one, and then they have another. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's actually made with habaneros, which I have not had. I saw it while I was at Imbibe. I did not pick it up, but I love this one so much, and I'm thinking habaneros is gonna kill me later. So like, I didn't go for that one.
I just
$10 actually for this beer. Not
beat it.
bad. Can't beat it when you look at most of their IPA tall beers like the Odd Story or the Pilsner over here. The tall boys, they're like for a 4-pack, it's like 16, $17 for Clown Shoes. Their IPAs though, I wish I would have had one here. The Galactica is amazing. They have another one. It's like a ninja or something on the cover of it, or like
Yeah,
a
it's
Reaper.
Reaper. The Reaper is
It's a New England style. It's a hazy.
but it's delicious.
It's amazing. I'm already, for me personally, this is a 5. I love everything about it. I can feel this whole bottle by myself. Done.
I'm gonna give it 3 camels. It's fine. Like I don't think the peppers do anything for me. If anything, I think they take away. Like it's there, but it doesn't really add anything.
The people come.
I don't find as much flavor as the last 2 in this one.
Okay.
So that's why it's a 3.
Oh, did you? The Bambarana is
Yeah.
all flavor.
Yeah.
So like starting from that and going to these other ones, it feels like we're watering down a little bit.
In flavor. Yeah, this one's totally got the booze, like straight up front. Like you can taste the whiskey on this one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the bourbon, where it's been aged, you can certainly taste it from the dough.
Yeah.
I catch the chipotle peppers later.
I don't feel anything.
You'd rather feel pain than
I
nothing
don't
at all.
sense it's like there's a hole in my heart, and I can't feel the peppers. It's really not bad. It is good. I give it like a 4.
Like a 4 or
Like
a
a
4?
Like a 4. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Look at my face. You know what I mean.
Kind
Okay.
of a cool band in like a 4.
If you know what he means, like and subscribe down below.
I'll take 2
Smash that
tablespoons of
like button.
4 camels, 1 hump.
Okay. It's right there with me. I feel you. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to our last beer in the segment here. So this is Lagunitas Willetized Stout, Coffee Stout, rather. It's amazing. I love Lagunitas. Anything they do in their one-hitter series, anything they do in their limited series is always so good. One of my favorites by them is Brown Sugar. I don't know if you've ever had it, Jerome.
I like the substitute better.
It's the good
The
stuff.
substitute was better.
The substitute
They
better.
actually did brown sugar to begin with, and then they messed up actually at the brewery, and they ran out of brown sugar. And then they released what they did have out, and it was a very lower cost, lower ABV. The original that they did was actually higher; it was around like 10%. This one is really good. The first time I ever had this was actually in a smaller bottle. And it was like in a 6-pack actually. It was kind of an expensive 6-pack. This in itself is only about $10. So if you can probably see in local like beer stores or anything like that, I think you pick this up at Sigler's Riverside. Once again, Tommy, you're the man.
Yes, sir.
So this is an amazing beer. You can find it over at the Singles Cooler, which I don't know if that's where you found it or he has it actually over there with the Lagunitas section. Amazing beer. It is sitting at 12.9%. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna try it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Outstanding beer. Outstanding. Can't beat it, man.
It's boozy and it's flavor.
Yeah. Couldn't said it better myself.
Like I'm missing out.
I'm still loving the chipotle on the other one. I love the spice on the last beer, but Willetized, still so good. Still so good.
I'm more middle of the road. Once again, like it's coffee flavored, but it's really boozy. Like if I want that really coffee flavor, I like something almost like a gotta get up to get down, like where it's really
What you have.
coffee forward. It's not that boozy flavor for it. You get that coffee. That lactose gets a little bit kind of smoother. Like I like this, but I feel like once again I like the Bambarana. Whoa, like that one
Yeah.
had the flavor. So I missed that.
I feel you.
So I feel like this was more middle of the road. Like when I go into those really high ABVs.
You never drink beer before.
Can't open them. Can't see 'em. Like
In
Star
conclusion, I hate all of you. Go fuck yourselves.
Thank you.
In conclusion,
All right.
I have no camels in this fight. So,
We gotta ask.
I don't know.
Just so you know, we're looking for that one beer that just outstands in awe of Chris. I haven't found it yet. Maybe in different episodes, but please recommend a beer that you feel like he would like. There was one beer that he loved. It was the Berliner Weiss by.
I thought it was okay.
Love.
He gave it a good 3.
Yeah, a 3. That's
so I'm looking for the
3
good
out of
5.
5.
We
That's
can-
in the middle.
We can work to that strength.
So if you can think of a beer that he may like that's kind of along those lines, a little bit above or whatever it may be, let us know.
Keep in mind, a
you
3
know what
out
I
of
think
5.
he might like? I think he might like something from Southern Grist, man.
Oh, was it Greens? What is it?
You got the Navigating Nothing,
Which we both had, which is great.
and
Mixed Greens? That's an IPA though.
yes, and then, well, no,
That's a side dish, dog.
Trespassing and Tranquility.
But I think I like the one we both had. What was it? The red one?
Yeah,
That sounds like an English-
Navigating Nothing.
Navigating Nothing by
Navigating Nothing.
Southern Grist. It's out of Nashville.
It's good shit.
They're awesome. I love a good spiced bourbon barrel ale. That's why I love Clown Shoes. Anything Founders does on the bourbon barrel age series stuff is my favorite. But Top Lagunitas, this is phenomenal, man. This is great beer, so good for it. Here's a cat. I knew this would happen eventually.
Yes,
So say hey for us. So yeah, four camels on Lagunitas Will It Ties.
Zach too.
That's me. I'm the second Zach. That's me.
Barton, we miss you, man.
I'm gonna give it on the high end of 4, but I can't give it a 4.5. You know, I like it,
It's in 4.5 in the middle end of 4.
Just
but it's not in my book.
How about yourself, Jerome?
I'm gonna give this a 4, man. I like to give this a 4. It's I like the flavors. It's bold, super bold. A little sweet.
It is sweeter than the last. For
It,
sure.
it is a little sweet. But I can certainly drink this at any time. Not when it's too damn hot though.
No.
Yeah,
It's a nighttime beer.
It's nighttime beer. Don't drink this when you just finished mowing grass or some shit. You're gonna die.
I may
Yes.
Alright. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. But I think overall the ratings went up as the ABV went up as well.
Well, of course.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree with that highly. I just feel like when you introduce, like, so I just had Founders Mas Agave, which was their tequila bourbon barrel aged. It was like a margarita beer. Amazing stuff, but I did not expect it to be as good because I tasted the saltiness like right off of it, like a margarita beer should taste. And it was amazing, but like for me, like it was only 9 or 10%. So I was just like, but I drink like. We'll mix it up a little bit next time. You know what? Like for me, I feel like this is a really good intro for everything that we got going on. If you guys have any tweets, anything like that you would like to see, let us all know, man. For one, as far as the beers that we try, like if you have introductions of music that we should introduce into the show or something like that, as far as our intro, if you have any ideas on what we should do for our intro, which we haven't actually created yet, that would be really neat for us to do.
We will give you exposure.
We will expose you.
And ourselves.
Just like Pete Wentz.
Who's that?
I have no idea.
Somebody.
Was
He
he
was.
in 40 Seconds to Mars?
Yep.
He was.
Oh yeah. So if you guys have anything to like, subscribe, comment, let us know what's going on, anything you'd like us to talk about, anything like that throughout the week. If you have anything that stresses you out, anything that you'd like us to actually bring up in the next episode, let us know. It may be different members, it may be something different, different location next time. We're gonna try to do breweries as we actually conclude, like in next episodes or something like that, like Odd Story, bringing in Terminal, Hutton and Smith, Heaven and Ale, anything like that. We actually may go visit actual like beer stores. I would love to see us inside of Imbibe, Riverside, Sigler's for sure. I know they'd welcome us, or anything like that. But just let us know what's going on in the comments or anything like that, and we'd love to see you next time. All right,
Bye.
deuces.